Oh yeah, we are on the air. Got a little bit of a late start today. Both my co-hosts were on a food run.
I was on time, damn it.
We have to eat, right? Like we're masters at multitasking on this show, so we have to.
It's always at 2. That's my eating time.
That's right when I wake up and eat.
Yeah.
So, do you have a set pooping time too?
Yeah, 2:30.
Right after this.
That's what happens when you eat pho every day.
Right after this show is when he poops.
Yeah. No, I take a shit on air. You just don't know it yet.
Nice.
Hence the crustiness.
So after this show, you'll have to give me your opinions, guys, on if you like the wireless mics or having to hold a mic for the entire show.
Well, as long as the general viewing public can hear my voice, which is amazing and awesome, clearly, then I'm all about the wireless mic.
Can you hear me at all?
Oh, yeah.
Is this thing? Oh, all right, cool. Then, yeah, whatever.
I think you broke it, though.
It gives me 2 hands free to fucking...
to eat your hamburger.
I just want to tell our viewers that these guys, that Pat went and grabbed pizza, but nobody bothered to tell me that there was going to be pizza. I don't know how this happened, but somehow I have become the bitch or redheaded stepchild of this show, like I am in the rest of my life.
What are you talking about?
Nobody calls me. Nobody wants to talk to me.
I don't call anybody, tell you
Every
the
time
truth.
I talk to you, it's always one of those conversations like, yeah, get off the phone. I'm busy. I don't really want to talk to you. And you're not the bitch. You're not the bitch.
How am I not the bitch?
Because the last 3 times that I've come here, I've brought food for at least one other person.
Oh, yeah. And
I brought food for you.
It's always
No,
my
it's
request.
never me. It's never me.
I stopped at an extra...
Oh, yeah,
at
that's
the
right.
McDonald's for you.
Okay,
Remember
yes,
that?
you did. Yes, you did. I'm sorry. And that's... Well, I paid for
I
that
think
with
that's
a hand
why I
job.
like having...
Yes, and it was a fantastic hand job.
I'm good, man.
I think
Yes.
that's why I like having Pat on the show, because he's so willing to stop. But I always have to pay him, which is fine.
Yeah, well, but you're on blowjob duty. You know, and neither of you, you know...
I have a little bit of carpal tunnel going on right now, so it's probably just for the best that I brought my own food. That way I don't have to pay you.
None of the... all right.
Yeah.
Hey, did you hear that the fucking...
Yes.
You heard it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Remember the STD called crabs, Wayne? I'm sure you remember that one very well.
I am amazed.
Have you ever got crabs, Wayne?
I think I've said this on air before, but I have done a lot of fucking in my life, and with a lot of women that I am not proud to have slept with ever. Like, I have slept with some really horrible, nasty, ghetto-ass women in my life, and have never caught so much as a fucking cold. I am amazed. Like I have rolled the dice so many times. Like, and it is so many trips going around the fucking board, I have never landed on the go to jail space. I don't know how that has ever... I don't know how that fucking happened.
I'm amazed by that, too.
Yeah, or got anybody
that's,
pregnant ever.
I thought that's why Chelsea's sticking with you, is because you gave her something and she can't get away from it now.
I've had a couple of
AIDS,
close
stay with the one who gave it
calls
to you, right?
where I've gotten phone calls from chicks that said, "Oh, hey, by the way, I was just diagnosed with chlamydia.
Ooh, nice.
You might want to go get yourself checked." But I've never had it.
My buddy got chlamydia.
Yeah.
I don't want to say his name because, I mean, it's not like he watches the show.
I have a friend that has gotten chlamydia.
He's been on the show.
Twice, I think.
He's been on this show, but...
Oh, I think I know who you're talking about then.
Yeah.
Is it Brandon Lara? Is it Mikey Master?
No,
Is it,
Brandon Lara doesn't have sex with women.
You know what? You can get STDs from gay sex too,
Yeah.
Drake.
You can?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
STDs live in the butt.
Well, the reason I brought it up is,
Of course, is he still with that same girl?
Yes.
I don't think she's ever seen a penis before his, so...
She probably has it. No, he's dating a pretty cute girl right
Dating
now.
a pretty cute 14-year-old woman. Yeah, no, it's...
Yeah.
Whatever, it's Nevada.
Her pictures, if you want to see what she looks like, just go to the website, isshetooyoung.com. And that's her.
Any milk carton in the greater Reno area. Do they even put missing children on milk cartons anymore? Is that something that still happens, or is it just like,
I don't know. In the age of the internet, I mean...
Pictures of that one
you
guy,
put it on
Jimmy Savile
Facebook.
in Britain now. Like, if you've seen this man, you've been raped.
You put it on Facebook, and I think it's a way better response than doing a milk carton.
Well, because I don't think the general public drinks milk anymore.
I don't think so either. You know what's weird is I actually had to tell my mom. My mom's trying to get her diet straight and shit. I was like, hey, there's things you can change in your diet, like milk. You no longer need milk. And she was like, what are you talking about? Where am I going to get calcium? And I'm like, you get calcium from having a regular diet. Like, she's in her 60s and actually still thinks that the human body needs milk. You know what I mean?
You know what? I drink milk constantly. And I love milk.
I still drink milk.
And I think I have a theory that if you were to go to eating only like organic, non-processed foods, if you could, I think you could eat a pound of bacon for fucking breakfast and be all right. Because you didn't hear about, you never like heard about like an obesity epidemic in the 50s, and those people ate like shit. But it was all.
But they all cooked and shit.
True. But they were also like bench pressing lawnmowers and shit too.
Well, it would have to be active too. But I think I really would love to have the money to try that out and only eat unprocessed, fucking organic food. And
you just want a time machine, Wayne.
And I call it the 50s diet. I want to try that.
That's interesting.
50s
actually.
diet.
Now that I think about, it's interesting in the fact that you bring that up, and nobody had an obesity problem back then.
Well,
like
if you look at like 50s TV, like the guys that they called the fat guy.
Yeah, still had lots of muscles.
They're like average people now.
Yeah,
they look like me, and they're like, "Oh, there's the fat guy," and I'm like, "Wow, I'm not even the fat guy among my friends."
Too,
know why I think everyone in the 50s was pretty good shape?
Why?
Because there were no blacks around. Figure that one out.
You would think having to run from them
made everybody
in better shape.
I wonder if you could actually eat a diet nowadays in mainstream America of unprocessed foods. Like, would you have
It'd be hard.
Would you always be going to Trader Joe's and Whole Foods?
Yeah.
I mean, even then, like when a product is labeled with organic on it, that doesn't mean shit nowadays. You can call something organic.
Yeah, that's true.
And it can still be pasteurized and processed and, to shit.
You know what they call?
Yeah.
You know what they
Twinkies
called?
are organic. I mean, like.
What they called organic food back in 1945.
Food.
Food, yeah.
Food. Yeah. Yeah.
Fucking shit.
Food.
Black people are responsible.
Black people.
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, man.
Hey, what do you guys think of Coca-Cola putting out commercials about obesity now? Did you hear about this?
What? No.
Coca-Cola is
Have you seen
coming
this?
out.
Have you heard about this?
Have you heard about this?
Coca-Cola is coming out with commercials now.
It's pretty funny. Somebody stop my chat.
Coca-Cola is trying to fight the obesity epidemic by releasing commercials that they actually give a shit. And I'm like, you guys are probably pretty responsible for the fucking epidemic. It's like those tobacco companies that put out anti-smoking ads.
Like at least 30 to 40%. I mean, Pepsi's up there too, right?
Oh yeah, they got a big fault to it.
If anything, Coke should put out commercials and be like, "We want you to live so you can sustain your obesity. Pepsi wants you dead."
Yeah, Pepsi doesn't care about your health.
Pepsi
Drink more of our sugar water.
I don't know. Is masturbation good exercise at all? Have they proven
Oh yeah,
that?
definitely.
Well, then Pepsi does care about us because they're having Beyonce do the Super Bowl halftime show.
Oh, nice.
So I will burn at least like 10 calories
There
during
you
the
go.
Super Bowl halftime show.
There you go.
All right, baby. I'm gonna go
Adam Hunter had a really good joke
to the
about
bathroom since it's halftime.
What was that about?
Adam Hunter had a really good joke about Beyonce. He said she doesn't have an ugly bone in her body except for Jay-Z.
Yes.
That was really good.
I was gonna say, like, if you were married to Beyonce, shouldn't you be thin and in shape?
He's
No.
like, nah. He's old, ashy, and fat.
Apparently,
But rich. I mean,
You know.
who cares when you're that rich?
Dude, yeah, rich gets you a lot. You know? Like, look at fucking...
And it's not like he has to have a dietitian because he's in the music business. You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't have to try out for fucking acting roles where you got to be in shape.
Right.
You know, he can let himself.
Yeah, look
Get
at Biggie.
Yeah, he's in shape right now. He's probably in the best shape of his life. You know,
Motherfucking worm.
deterioration does that to a body.
Well, if you had the money to buy good food and hire a personal trainer, we could all look awesome.
Mm-hmm. I mean, John Popper looks great.
I already look awesome.
Give you the runaround, John. When have you ran ever?
Why do you want to give me the runaround?
Like, if I was in Tonga, I would be
That's
a
just
fucking
a
supermodel.
surefire way to get things up.
If I went to Samoa, I would be a Calvin Klein model. The island of Samoa.
Look at baby sumo brother.
I'm not making this up. When I worked as a banquet server
I heard you like where that conversation.
at the convention center, I worked a Tongan buffet.
Oh my god.
Tongan buffet? That sounds like something out of Star Wars. What is a Tongan
2,500 Tongans.
buffet? Where's Tongan?
Was
Is that
Tonga's
like,
by Samoa? It's out
They are the
islands.
biggest people on the planet.
Oh yeah,
Pacific Island? Palawan?
Tongans are huge. They're
They
big-
look. They make Samoans look like Chinese,
Yeah.
Japanese people.
Really?
They're huge.
Samoans are more famous.
Are they like
But,
a
like-
huge contingent of linemen in the NFL? Or, I mean...
There's a couple, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But like in Reno, there's a
There's
pretty
actually
big,
a lot of Tongan people in Reno, and I
Really?
don't know
yeah.
why.
There's a big Tongan population. Like I
Buffets.
went to school with a couple.
all you can eat buffets.
buffets.
I went to school with a couple Tongans. Good people.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, even
No,
like
I'm not... Yeah, no.
including the women and children, like the average.
Oh yeah, it's just huge.
the
man.
average size
Huge.
person was probably still considerably larger than me, factoring in the children.
Oh,
What
wow.
I would say like 75% of the adult women were bigger than me.
Oh yeah.
Width-wise? I mean,
Height
it's-
too. They're
big.
like
They're
most.
just big.
They're
They're
just
mostly
really
over
big
6
people?
feet tall.
Wow.
You know, but
I-
yeah,
I've
they're
gotta
like
move
they're
there.
like fucking
I knew,
400 or 500 pounds.
I knew
all of them.
one dude. His name's David Fungavaka. I went to Sparks High with him. He was like an average looking guy. He looked Mexican until you got to talking to him. You know what I mean? He was very rare because all his brothers and sisters were fucking enormous. He had one family member that like I didn't know was actually a female. You know what I mean? Like I
Oh.
heard him talking in I forget the name of their language. They were talking in Tongan.
They don't speak pigeon, do they?
I don't know.
They speak Gungan.
Gungan.
Pigeon is what Hawaiians speak.
Oh, I didn't
Pigeon?
think that
Yeah.
was a real fucking language.
Oh,
It
so...
is.
Oh, we're racist then, Drake.
No, oh yeah,
He's
definitely.
being culturally sensitive.
We thought
this
he was
never
joking.
happened.
It's like
Any-
a slang.
They were.
Kinda.
I heard him talking. And I was like, "What'd you say to that guy?" And he was like, "What guy?" And I was like, "That big Tongan you were just talking to."
That's my
And
sister.
he's like, "That's my cousin. It's a chick." And I was like, "Holy shit, big person." And then we'll segue back into the reason I was bringing up STDs earlier
Yes.
is apparently crabs are becoming an endangered species because of all the Brazilian waxing.
So does that mean Paris
Nice.
Hilton is now a fucking wildlife preserve?
I'm sure she shaves as well, though, Wayne.
True.
I'm gonna migrate to the Kardashian
Isn't that a trip, though?
Hills.
I think
The
I'm gonna.
Kardashian Hills.
Yeah, I think
The
I'm gonna.
Kardashian Wildlife Refuge.
Keeping crabs and other STDs alive.
I think I'm gonna use that
Since
on
Kanye
stage
dumped
somehow. Don't use it.
Okay.
I'm calling it.
What, the
Fuck you,
Kardashian
faggot.
Hills?
No,
or
the
whole...
the crabs being an endangered species.
Are they serious? though?
Yeah. I just read it on some science website.
You know they're not done.
How
with
is that possible though? Because it's not like we're the only. It's not like every society on the planet
I guess
like
it's
shaves their pubic hair.
No, but that's a great point. But I guess I don't know. It's really cut down on the population.
Obviously, then Maine will be one of the last places where crabs survive. Like I fucked a girl from Maine once. Like holy fuck. I'm like, do you guys know what razors are up there? Like I don't know. I don't. Damn.
Well, it's
Like-
cold up there, you know.
Like fucking, I get her top off and she's got like armpit hair and shit.
Like who would shave like in Alaska? You just can't. It's too cold.
I mean, it can get warm in Europe, but like they never shave over there. You know?
That's just armpit hair grosses me out on a girl. It just does. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That might make me a chauvinistic asshole, but if it does, then fine.
Nope, you were a product of the society that raised you
That's true.
to believe that hair is gross
Yeah.
on women. You know? Hey, if I could grow a big, luxurious beard like yours, I would.
You got
Seriously,
a great
this-
beard, Wayne.
Right here, this
Thank you,
this is
sir.
a month of not shaving.
What?
Yeah,
You're not. You're kidding. You gotta be like.
like it'll
You're
grow a little
exaggerating,
bit here.
right?
I don't think I've ever seen you with hair, Pat, on your face.
Nah, I can't grow facial hair. Everyone all of the men in my family.
That's like
are
a week
this.
and a half for me. That length, but of course I have it like all the way up to my eyes.
I can't even see it.
Yeah, no.
I'm like
I-
the fucking
honestly,
wolf man.
Oh yeah.
This
You're
it
disgusting.
just takes forever. my regular hair grows at like an astronomical speed, but facial hair it just grows in all Joe Dirt, white trashy like this.
Yeah.
I can't do nothing about it.
I've never been able to grow like good facial hair either. Like recently, I've been able to grow it
That-
a little bit.
You
That
still got
big,
that Hetfield tuft though, you know.
That
I
long
got a
thing
little
that you
bit.
had.
I had like some scraggly shit on the end
Yeah.
of my face, but only because my girlfriend really likes it.
That thing was your
Master of
chin
puppies, right?
hair
Yeah.
was like super long
Yeah, I
for
was
a
getting
while.
there, and that was about I think like 5 months or something, maybe 6 months.
You looked like a goat in like an
Yeah.
Alabama junkyard.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And
Answering a question earlier,
Alabama.
the Knitting Factory does in fact do all ages shows. Just haven't seen one in a while.
Okay.
Yeah. That completely unrelated to anything. Some 41 tomorrow too.
Some 41s in town.
Hmm
Oh, that's
They're gonna be
cool.
there tomorrow. I'm supposed to work. Hey boss, I'm hosting 3rd Street. I'm not gonna be there.
That's funny.
If your boss was actually watching this, I'd be like, "Wow,
We have another viewer.
we're
We're
growing."
moving on up.
I told him about it. He was asking me like what I've been doing to promote the Knitting Factory.
Oh,
show.
yeah?
I'm like, well, I've been promoting it heavily on Facebook. I gave out all the comp tickets. Drake, did you go on Wild?
I did.
Okay. I had one comic on the radio so far. I'm gonna be on Colo 8. On the 23rd.
I don't work there, by the way.
You don't work there. And I'm gonna be on TV, and I'm doing a lot of different things. I just had a conversation with my boss today about Chris Payne.
Yeah.
You know Chris.
Well, what's
Good
up with
dude.
him? What's he
Well,
doing?
he's a DJ on KRZQ every day
Yeah.
in midday, and he's also affiliated with the Knitting Factory. He's like our social media guy
Yeah, and
as
he
far as promotion.
was voted a couple of times as Reno's best,
Beard.
basically social networker or whatever.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I talked to my boss today at Cisco over at the Knitting Factory. I was like, well, let's try and talk to him as well. You know, see if he can't
He's
throw
really
out
good.
a couple of tickets on the air. I
Yeah,
don't know,
yeah,
anything.
yeah.
All I want is a full room. I want people to look at the Knitting Factory here as a good idea for
Oh yeah, dude.
comedy venues. It sounds like Ramsey's excited too. I was talking to him the other
Good.
day, our headliner. He says, he wants to record the show so that he can, use it for clips on YouTube.
No shit.
And since the Knitting Factory has that whole closed circuit television thing, it's possible. It's very possible. I'll bring my camera so we can have at least 3 different angles, and we can all use it for clips on a big
Nice.
stage. And if we can fill the room and get some good laughs out of it, it could be beneficial for all of us for video.
For shizzle.
Hell yeah.
And he said he had a guy in New York that he would recommend me to, as far as
So they'll be recording off the CCTV, or
I believe so. Yes,
Okay.
yes, that's what he wanted, and so I'm passing that along to the Knitting Factory.
Is he
management.
gonna do fat people jokes? Because I'm not. I'm planning on not doing any fat people shit.
He's gonna shit in your sandbox.
He's bigger than you, Drake.
I know.
Bigger
That's
than
why I
myself.
can't do any fat shit. Because I'll be complaining about being fat.
He also specifically requested that Jenny go on before him because he's like, "You got any women in the show?" I'm like, "Oh, great." And and he's like, "All right, well then I want her to go on right before me because I want to juxtaposition that, or
That's fine.
transition that, like, because I
I don't
have
give a
jokes.
fuck.
I have some chauvinistic jokes I need to get out. I'm like, all right, that's fine. We're gonna have a lot of fun, you guys. It's gonna be a great show.
I'm gonna get
I
hammered
hope you guys
drunk.
enjoy that.
I'm gonna do shots off Wayne's dick.
I know.
Nice. It'll look like the fucking Oski.
It'll be like a little half shot because he's got a little dick, but it's gonna be fun. I'll take like
Yeah,
500 of
have you ever
those.
seen the shot ski at Oski's? That's what it'll look like.
Shotsky at Oski.
They have like an old school like 9-foot long wooden ski that has like 5 or 6 shot glasses on it, and so like you get like a bunch of people and you all take the shot at the same time because they're all attached to the ski. It's like, yeah, give me a shot ski.
That's cool.
Yeah.
You gonna get hammered with me, Wayne?
Probably not.
Oh, come on, queer. I'm just kidding. It's gonna be fun. I'm gonna get hammered and give Matt Wiegand a super wedgie. You know, where you pull it over his head.
An atomic wedgie, that's
Yeah.
what I always thought it was called when you rip the underwear.
Yeah.
What is it when you pull it over their head? Impossible. Something from movies.
When they have comically large underwear.
Yeah. A cartoon.
Yeah.
Like.
No, it's gonna be fun, man. I'm looking forward to it.
Yep, we got all.
You know what's cool? This is how big of a dork I am, because Hannibal Buress hosts Sunday nights in Brooklyn at the Knitting Factory.
Yes.
And I'm such a huge Hannibal Buress fan. I went to the Knitting Factory website, right? And it all looks relatively the same. You know what I mean? And
what, like layout?
yeah.
Okay.
You know, all you got to do is choose from Brooklyn or
the
or
website.
Spokane, right?
Yeah.
And so it's like we're right near Hannibal Buress' shit. You know what I mean? I just thought it was cool. It's like, oh yeah, well, Hannibal Buress does Sundays at the Knit, and like we're doing comedy at the Knit too.
On a Saturday.
On a Saturday, no, Friday.
Friday.
Still, and he's probably making a shit ton of money to do it, and we're making a little bit, but.
We're not gonna be making what Hannibal.
No, I'm sure he makes like $1 grand
Just letting
every
you know,
day or something.
I negotiated a decent fee for myself as host, but it's still a fraction of a fraction of a fraction of what he's making on a weekly basis. So
I was really hoping though that they could like make a phone call and get him down here though.
that's what I was asking for. Like I asked the boss, I'm like, well, hey, he's affiliated with the Knitting Factory. I'm a security guard. Is there any way that we could get him to just come on down out of the goodness of his heart? And he's like, well, for $1,400, a plane ticket, and probably a rented Rolls, I'm sure you could. And I'm like,
$1,400, man. Of course, he's well worth it. That guy's fucking awesome.
Dude, like I was actually like, that's actually okay, not bad. Like, but no, we can't do that.
A rented Geo, we could do that.
You rented Geo. It's a Metro.
If we didn't have to supply Jenny Pez dispenser with all that cocaine, we could probably afford
God,
it.
I know, I forgot about that. We're not gonna make money on this.
No.
There's no way we're turning a profit with all of the drugs.
We're gonna be in Jenny Pez dispenser cocaine debt.
That's why she used to hang out with Brandon so often, because she would use Brandon as a Coke straw. She'd just shove his entire body up her fucking nose.
Brandon is just walking cocaine.
I'm not fucking. Am I right? I'm not a cocaine straw.
Brandon's funny. Brandon was here last week, Wayne, in your stead because you were indisposed. I told everybody that you had to get a big wart burned off of your genitals. That's why you couldn't make it.
I was actually at a doctor's appointment.
Oh, don't deny it. Yeah, getting your wart removed.
No, because I fucking hurt my back at my stupid radio job.
Because you were trying to do it yourself. No.
Yeah, pretty much.
What? How did you get hurt at your radio job, Wayne?
Yeah, let's hear about your injury, buddy.
Are you okay? Are you feeling better now?
Yeah, I mean, I can do everything that I should be doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't do some of the shit that they used to want me to do.
Yeah.
You know, and how I hurt my back was, some female DJ on Wild was doing a remote with me, and at the end of the last break, she's like, "All right, see ya,"
And it just bounced.
and bounced, and I had to load everything in the van by myself. And
Were you in a hurry or what? Did you just like hurt it?
I
twisted
mean,
wrong?
I did want to get the fuck out of there, but
Did you not lift with your legs?
Well, you can't with the they
big
have this
wheel of
big
doom.
Yeah, the prize wheel
Yeah.
thing. It's
Oh,
like
I know what you're talking about.
the
That thing.
DJ
There's no way.
things.
Okay.
It's like 4
Yeah.
feet long, and
Yeah.
it weighs probably about 75
So
pounds.
you gotta pick. Yeah. Okay.
So, like, and it's so long, like there's no way to like lift it with good form, and I fucked my back up, loading it in the van. Like I kind of felt it at the time, like I was
Yeah.
like ah,
That hurts.
and then later that night, like I was like really sore, and then the next morning, like I couldn't fucking move.
Did you get any drugs out of it?
Nothing substantial.
Oh.
Like I got a non-narcotic.
Oh, that's
but
good.
I love tramadol, by the way. Like
What is it?
tramadol, it's a non-narcotic pain
Thus
reliever.
non-fun.
But it is a
Tramadol.
synthetic opiate. So I don't know how they can classify it as non-narcotic,
Synthetic, huh?
because it does a lot of the same things to your body as like Vicodin does.
I love Vicodin.
It was like methadone is
But
synthetic heroin, right? Or
It's weird. I don't know a whole lot about it. I just know that that it does have a lot of similar properties to it as an opiate, but they don't classify it as a narcotic. So, like, for instance, I read Anthony Kiedis' biography.
a lot of people. Are
I've been
reading
wanting
that
to
lately,
really
man.
read
It's
that.
You're the
really
third
good.
person this week who said
I read it
just finished reading
months
his
ago.
biography. Well, okay, well, just read it.
Yeah, and he
Can you give me a
relapsed.
summary of the book?
Drugs.
Drugs.
Sweet.
That's what everyone keeps saying. It's just like,
Lots and lots
All
of
drugs.
drugs.
what was it like Daniel Tosh's joke? He was like, I hate watching VH1 because I always think I do a lot of drugs, and then I hear Nikki Sixx did
Yeah.
heroin out of a fire hose. You know.
Yeah.
Well, his dad, I guess, was like the dope dealer to the stars.
Yeah.
You know, back in the day, like he was a kid, like before he even had hair on his balls, he was like hanging out with like Keith Moon at the fucking Rainbow Room and shit. Like that's crazy, you know, and like was his mom or something like that. Well, his mom was married to Sonny Bono for a while.
No shit.
And so after they broke up, he still kept in touch with Sonny Bono, and like
Dad?
he was like 11, 12 years old and had just reached like masturbation age and caught a peek of Cher naked in her prime, right? Like the biggest sex symbol, you know, in the media at the time,
Yeah.
and saw her naked, and a lot of crazy shit. Like his dad basically had one of the chicks that he was fucking fuck him. Like he lost his virginity to one of his dad's girlfriends at like the age of 12 or something like that. Something ridiculous like that. A really young age, 12, like 13 years old, something like that.
That's crazy.
And then he would try to get him to do it again.
Yeah.
You know, hey, Dad. So
yeah. I remember
yeah,
hearing
so-
some of that.
Can I
stuff.
can I hit that? No. that
You have
was
any
a
spare trim just
that was
lying
a
around?
one time thing, Tony.
Tony?
We used to call him Tony.
Oh, okay.
Little Anthony Kiedis.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find a little Anthony Kiedis.
Interesting
Interview
cat though.
Yeah, I definitely.
The one thing I didn't like about that book is there's a lot of
Jesus.
not Jesus,
A little
but
preachy.
like AA
Yeah.
stuff in it.
Like a lot of the steps.
Yeah, like, and he doesn't preach it really badly, but like if you've ever been court ordered to go to fucking meetings and shit like I have in my life and gotten really sick of hearing all the same bullshit rhetoric, that you'll recognize some of the stuff, and I'm not gonna diss on anybody who has improved their life through that program, but
my parents.
It's not like that's the only way.
Right.
To,
my parents went to AA for 30 years.
Yeah.
I don't even remember them drinking. I just remember going to meetings. You know what I mean? So, like, I got, like, a hardcore education on drugs and alcohol because, like, from 5 years old to, like, 12, all I would do is listen to these fucked up people talk about their stories and shit.
Because you were going with your folks?
Yeah. And they weren't court ordered. They just, like, decided they needed to quit drinking because they're fucked up. But
what's weird is a lot of those people, they start going all day, every day. And, like, they just, like, substitute one addiction for another. Like, their new addiction is going to the meetings.
AA,
yeah.
I've heard about that.
And standing on their soapbox and telling everybody about how fucked up they used to be.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you think you're fucked up. I used to, shoot Bacardi 151 into my dick and,
They become addicted to preaching, basically.
My uncle,
well,
my uncle used to shoot heroin into his fucking eyeball.
Whoa!
Wow!
Isn't that crazy?
Did it work?
Hell yeah! And he couldn't even tell that he had track marks.
That's insane.
That's when you know. I think you're way beyond a problem. When you're trying to fucking inject yourself.
That's when you know that if there really was a God, he would have let you OD by then.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you shouldn't live through that.
Just want to acknowledge, guys, this is the funniest Crusty couch ever.
Really?
No.
It's funny to me, and when I'm super famous and you guys are still here in Reno, this is gonna be real. I'm just kidding.
When you find a flaming bag of feces on your fucking doorstep, just know that it was me.
It like says Wayne was here, and I'm like, who did this?
Who the fuck is Wayne?
I bought a new Wayne several years back, and he's just not up to snuff.
Is that the fucking landscaping guy?
Oh, El
I thought that was
Wayno,
Juan.
that's right.
His name was Juan, not Wayne. Stupid Mexican doesn't even know how to spell his name.
All right, I want to switch topics real quick. What do you guys think of Lance Armstrong?
Oh, that whole Oprah interview?
Admitting,
I don't
the whole
give a
thing.
fuck.
Yeah, honestly, I'm over it.
From what I understand, everybody in professional cycling dopes.
Oh, yeah.
So, if everybody's doping, then they're all on an even playing field. So,
oh, that's a great point.
If everybody's doping and he's still kicking ass, well, then he's still awesome.
Yeah.
Guys who aren't doping are like the Croatians. Who
That's
can't
the thing
afford to
is
dope.
like when they were trying to decide who to award the Tour de France, they were looking down the list of who was in second place, third place, fourth place in all these races. They were all doing the same thing.
Yeah.
So they couldn't decide who to fucking award his shit to,
Nobody.
But my thing is, man, if you're really a fan of sports, I think it's way more exciting when they're doping and fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like when they're on steroids and shit, it makes the game so much more exciting. Like they're not hurting anybody except themselves, and if they want to be the best, then fuck them. Let them be the best.
You know what's weird is you don't.
I want to be entertained. God damn it!
You don't hear a lot about steroids in football.
You don't. I mean, they have a list.
Of all the professional sports, you would think it would be most
that's the one.
prevalent. Because being...
It used to be, I know that.
Like bigger, being bigger in baseball, like it really doesn't have that much of a benefit if you compare it to football.
Doping in cycling and doping in baseball, those are both non-contact sports.
Yeah.
Whereas football is the main contact sport of this country. I don't think you're going to...
The world, as far as,
as
money.
far as money, yeah, as far as the promotion and the pageantry of it all,
yeah.
absolutely. I don't think you're going to see a big doping scandal until something truly outrageous happens, like when somebody goes to tackle Peyton Manning and they rip his fucking head off. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean,
Like,
look at Lyle
it's gotta be something.
Alzado.
Lyle Alzado?
Lyle Alzado, he died of like brain cancer caused from taking steroids for so many years. And they're like, oh yeah, that was really sad. Next.
Well, and then that whole thing that just came out about Junior Seau, too. I mean, well, that's all concussion related.
Well, yeah, they didn't.
Yeah, but you can't. I would think
they did an autopsy and they said he had brain disease.
I would think that
prolonged.
a guy like that would have at least dabbled in some fucking steroids.
I'm kind of sick about
You know what I mean?
all the talk about the concussions too.
Why?
Well, yes, it sucks, but they're getting paid. They're getting paid millions of dollars, and they don't talk about like repeated concussions for like boxers and MMA fighters. Like,
not yet, but
in boxing, the way you win is to give the other guy a concussion.
Yeah, you have to
knocking the guy out is a concussion.
You have to make him pass out due to brain hemorrhaging and
And that's like scoring a point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
When you see your jaw dislocate, then that's you're gonna get one thing on the Howard Letter's scorecard.
Right, they don't. And everybody knows that that's an occupational hazard of boxing, so I don't understand why they make such a big deal of it. Well, with football, they're talking about doing away with the kickoff, which I think is fucking retarded.
What? Are you kidding me?
They're talking about doing away with the fucking kickoff, and then
every year
they flip the coin and whatever, and so you get the ball at the fucking 20, and then in place of like the onside kick, they're gonna do something. They want to do something where it's like it's 4th and 15, like something that has like the equivalent. So it's like about roughly like a third of onside kicks get recovered or something like that. So they want to do something that is equivalent in percentages.
Okay, I guess I can understand the statistical aspect of
but
that,
it just changes the game.
Like, at this point, overtime in the NFL is a fucking joke.
Yeah.
The way that they changed the overtime rules is that now you get the ball. Now you get the ball. Okay.
I kind of like that. I like the way they set it up because, I like the fact if you
it's college
get
now,
into
right?
no,
basically the college rules now where both teams get an equal shot at
only once. If you get the ball first and you score a touchdown,
right,
game's over.
Okay.
If you get the ball first and you kick a field goal,
then it keeps going.
Then the other team gets a chance to kick
really
the field goal
because I haven't seen enough overtime games.
And then after the field goal, it goes to sudden death. Like and I don't think it's even happened yet, but like where both teams have kicked a field goal. But I think like if the second team to have the ball kicks a field goal, then they have to kick back off to the other team, and then if they score after that, the game's over.
All of what you just said compared to sudden death.
It basically is sudden death. You just can't win on a field goal if you get the ball
right,
first.
Right, because you're not.
I'm sorry. Are we boring right now?
No, I want to show you guys.
But
this,
I really hate the idea of doing away with special teams.
Yeah.
Because like there would be no Ray Lewis if that were the case. Because Ray Lewis was on special teams first.
Honestly, special teams is where football games are won or lost.
For
My
sure.
opinion, I think special teams is way more important than everyone gives it credit for. Yes, it's the cleanup crew. Yes, you got to deal with the extra points but you can turn a whole game with a kickoff.
The Niners would have been in the Super Bowl last year if it weren't for special teams.
Yeah, exactly.
The
Chargers would have been way more relevant for the last 5 years if they had special teams.
If Junior Seau wasn't on special teams, he would be a baker right now. He would be baking donuts every day. Yeah, I know.
No, but yeah, Ray Lewis made a name for himself on special teams before he was a starting linebacker.
This is another example of why I hate football.
Man. Josh Cribbs.
This is a Ravens fan. This is an adult man screaming over the loss of his team.
Is he a We can't.
Come over here.
What happened to your second monitor?
Oh, wait. I had to give it to my brother.
I'm guessing as to what's happening right now. comfy.
This guy's on the ground flailing like a toddler. He's like a middle-aged dude. Big 50-inch plasma TV.
Headbutt.
And he's screaming at the top of his lungs.
Dude.
You should see him, too. He's just like,
I would...
you know when you take a
I've
toddler...
Your man card is officially pulled.
Oh, yeah. But what's weird is the people around him, they're not tripping at all.
They're laughing, I'll bet,
Like,
right?
this is normal. This behavior is normal for this guy. He answers the phone because I guarantee his buddies fuck with him all the time. So somebody calls him, and he starts screaming over... he's on the phone right now to his buddy. He's got a fucking jersey on and shit.
It's obviously not from this season. Aren't the Ravens still in the playoffs? Or did
Yes.
They, yeah, they just
This
beat
was
Denver.
published on January 12th.
Oh, is this Tears of Joy? Because they
No.
won? Or, oh, no, this is for the loss.
Yeah.
So it's just a regular season game?
Must be.
Let me read the description. Let me read this.
By the way, Colin Kaepernick is a fucking god.
Dude.
That guy is a...
Oh, wait, I guess they must have won. Ravens down 7, and Mr. Doom and Gloom is certain the game is over until Jacoby Jones scores to tie it up with seconds left in regulation, sending it to overtime.
Oh, so now he's...
So these are tears of joy,
Oh, okay.
but it's, I
He
mean,
better have bet his like
That's the
firstborn's kidney
Right.
on the
I
fucking
would
game.
react like that for like $30,000. Like I would go that fucking crazy. He's talking to his dad.
Knock off, you
So
are a
Wait.
man.
funny.
Quit being...
That was the that was the fucking Broncos game. He's like, don't kick to that goddamn Holiday. That's
Yeah.
another guy. Have you seen that little fucking dude? Holiday, the kick returner for the Broncos. He's
I don't
like
watch
the,
football anymore.
the most amazing little midget I've ever seen.
Like Darren Sproles?
He's 5'5". He's smaller than Sproles.
Whoa, that is pretty short.
He's 5'5",
5'5".
and he's just got fucking wheels, man.
He's a hard target.
Yeah, he can hide in an offensive lineman's back pocket.
Yeah, because he's gay. Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not into football anymore.
Yeah, we've had this conversation.
Why are you not into football anymore? I
Because,
haven't.
man, it's
His ovarian cancer
Oh,
has made
pretty good.
him not
tampon's way
enjoy.
too deep right there, or what?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just, I'm growing up a little bit, and I look at it like it's just a fucking game.
It
I
is
mean, like
just a
professional
game.
wrestling?
Well, I don't like wrestling anymore either.
It is just a game, but it's
I respect wrestling, and I respect football, but
as far as games
Uh,
go, it's like the most entertaining game going.
is it really, though?
Yeah, it is.
Why is it that entertaining? Like, has it changed that much?
No, that's why it's awesome.
I don't think it's that entertaining anymore. It's because I'm a video dork, and I don't get
You're
impressed
right.
by like all 50 camera changes and shit.
Online
and-
Call of Duty matches are the most entersaining game right
Oh,
now.
it's way more entertaining because I
What?
feel like I'm part of
I'm
it.
being facetious. facetious.
We're gonna play Halo
And we're going to play Halo forever.
for 18 hours.
I wish I could.
There was a sport in the Olympics that combined like all the best aspects of baseball, lacrosse, football. I can't remember the name of this sport, but it was like
In the Olympics?
yeah, it was seriously
Summer or winter?
summer, most recent.
Was it the one where they ski and then they stop and shoot stuff?
That's cool, but no.
It's the biathlon.
That's the biathlon, yeah, where you got to control your heart rate and then you shoot the bunny. No, this sport, it took place on a little court, had a goal on either end, like in soccer. The ball was like just a little bit smaller than the soccer ball. You could palm it, and like you could pass it to other teammates. You
Oh,
didn't
you're
have to
talking
dribble.
about
but-
the javelin throw.
Damn it! I really don't know what this sport was called, but it just looked like a sport.
Fucking asshole! It's the triple jump.
I'm pretty sure it was the decathlon. Fuck you. No, we should be dominating this sport because it's like all the aspects. Like the ball is just a little bit bigger than it's like a softball size, maybe a little bit bigger. And the people are chucking it at each other. It's full contact. It almost looked like. Well, you're gonna make fun of me for this, but ultimate frisbee. That I've seen some.
It's
ultimate
not rugby.
No, it's not rugby. The ball wasn't weird, and they weren't like saying words that don't make any sense.
Like scrum.
Like, yeah, exactly. Like anything in rugby. My God. I know New Zealander.
British people are retarded, by the way.
Guy over at Red Rock, Reese Halachek. You remember Reese, the bartender, owns the place?
Yes.
He played rugby for UNR.
Yeah.
And
So did Mike Garrity.
Yeah.
Explain the rules to me, Reese. He was like, well, you're going to fight, and then the keeper, you're going to throw a ball, and then you're going to scrum. And you're going to scrum deep. And then you're going to... I'm just like... Because he's saying it with that thick Kiwi accent, and he's saying words that don't make sense, and I don't even want to know what he's trying to explain to me.
Yeah, if you hear somebody
like
describe
alien
like
football
play-by-play rugby, it sounds like anal sex or something.
Basically.
You know,
And
it
then
sounds
I
like
go
a
on top
gay
of it,
orgy.
and then I shoot it, and then I throw it into it, and then you're gonna pass it back, and then she scrums, and then I dig deep, and I spin the dreidel, and
Spin the dreidel. That's pretty good. You know, I bet there's no concussions in goddamn rugby. That's for sure.
Maybe they just can't tell because you're pretty fucking brain dead to start with.
well, you know, it's like Neanderthal man. You know, I mean, when the bridge row in the Australian part of the world,
Right.
it's already basically a helmet, and there's little brain activity to begin with. Like, you're not worried about concussions.
I'm watching a video right now where these guys are all fucked up from playing rugby. Their eyes are bleeding out of their heads and shit. It's awesome.
Yet that he thinks is cool.
Well, yeah, I'm not exactly.
No, but football's a dumb game, right?
Yeah.
I wish it
Drake,
could
I
be.
miss your monitor.
I know
I'm
you guys
right
can't
now.
see this awesome video I'm watching right now. The XFL was a kind of a cool idea.
It was a cool idea, poorly executed, is what
Yeah.
it was.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think if they were gonna do something like that, they should have gone all out with it.
Yeah,
and,
that's the thing is I remember like they wanted.
and had like the teams from like prisons, like San Quentin. That would have been cool. Like the longest
Yeah.
yard.
Well, they
Seriously.
they wanted, you know, obviously
Bloodsport,
it
Coliseum.
was promoted by Vince McMahon, who his athletes are.
Well,
are
and they tried to make
entertaining.
it more.
Entertaining. Like they wanted the guys to be animated and stuff and have nicknames and whatnot.
Yeah, that
But
was
those
lame.
guys, everybody in the league was trying to get in the NFL, so they didn't want to piss anybody off. So like, they would stick a guy in a camera in some dude's face after he just crushed a quarterback, and he wouldn't say nothing. You know what I mean?
Right.
He wasn't entertaining at all. You know, or he would just score a touchdown, and the guy would be all humble and shit. And Vince wanted them to like spike the ball and fucking rub it in each other's face. They got paid more for winning and shit. You know?
Oh, so like the shit that fucking the New Orleans Saints
Yeah, that would have been encouraged. Exactly.
Bounty Gate. That would have been
Headhunting
like.
would have been encouraged.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
How many concussions can you create on the other team? Can you sweep the quarterback's leg? What are you gonna? Yeah.
I'm watching an XFL promo now. It
Well,
looks
don't
like
let us
it was
disturb you, Drake.
it was
I'm serious.
filmed off somebody's TV.
How do you feel about lingerie football?
Lingerie football
For it.
against it.
I mean, yeah, it's obviously not taking the game seriously, but whatever, lingerie.
I can't mix
Supermodel.
erections in sports.
Right on.
Like I wasn't into sex and wrestling either. Like
I just love
girls
watching
wrestling.
women attempt to play football.
Attempt it, yeah. See, it's more funny to me.
It's like,
Well-
look, she's pretending she's a quarterback.
It's like the girls that would actually probably be good at playing football are not women that you want to see in lingerie.
Right.
No,
You know?
absolutely not. No, so watching Victoria's Secret models, you know, basically pillow fight each other on a field.
They're not the Victoria's Secret models. Let's face it. They're strippers.
Okay. Well, all right, yes. So watching B-team strippers, you know, pillow fight on the field. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Like you guys know that video game Blitz?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
that's what I want football to be.
We played
So
that
what,
incessantly when I was
multiple
in
leg
Saudi
drops after
Arabia.
each-
Yeah, just insane, but I don't want like normal people to play it. Like I want prison inmates to play it, and I want
Steroids.
fucking no steroid
Lots of
control
steroids.
at all. Like
Yeah,
everybody can use.
People drinking HGH out
Yeah,
of a fucking
dude.
garbage
Like
can,
you can
man.
gamble on
It's
it.
a fucking Gatorade, man.
Like I want
When
like
you need to
fucking-
bulk up before a game, shoot this shit right on in. You know?
Like
You know, there was a bunch of kids that in Incline that was one of the teams in our conference when I played in high school.
Mm-hmm.
They got busted for shooting livestock testosterone. They were
Jesus.
getting testosterone that was meant for like cattle and shit.
Okay.
Like, why would you need to boost a cow's fucking testosterone?
And then we still kicked the shit out of them. Incline was horrible.
Maybe that's because they didn't have cows. All they had access to were like goats and shit. You know. Hey, that was a badass play.
Dun, dun, dun. Fuck, man.
Fuck men, is that what you said? You queer?
Yes.
Fuck, man.
Hey, I should fucking send you those pictures of my sister's apartment. You can put those on the fucking
Yeah, I don't want to
podcast.
humiliate her like that.
What's
I
wrong with your
kinda
sister's
do.
apartment?
She might be a politician one day.
Is it
Might
your
have
sister-in-law?
What? No, my sister.
She's
Does it look like Drake's room?
She's going through some
Worse.
shit. It looks worse than my room,
Well,
but
It makes Drake's apartment look like a fucking museum.
is it like a hoarder situation?
No.
let's not bring it up because
Okay.
she might listen to this when she gets her act together.
No, fuck her.
I don't want to bring up
Done.
your family drama on the show, Wayne.
Yeah. It happened basically right before I came here, so it's
So you're all
fresh.
fresh in your mind. You were still talking about it when
Yeah.
you came in. It was funny because Pat texted me. He's like, "Yeah, I'm running late." I'm like, "Oh, don't worry about it.
Wayne's not
Wayne's
here.
not here yet."
I was.
And then you beat Pat. But Pat was on a pizza run, so it's totally fine.
Pizza that was not for me.
No, but you must have read
You want
my
some pizza?
mind.
Kidding.
I just destroyed my pizza, by the way, but you could have totally had some of my pizza, Wayne.
I should have called you and asked you if you wanted anything from
What
Wendy's,
the food
and then
situation was like.
And then I would have showed up with an extra.
Yeah, I would have got double paid. Been double fucking fat
but
guy
no,
in
then you would have
paradise.
told me no. We're getting fucking pizza.
She said, "You know what? Yeah, go ahead and bring it, and I'll eat it for dinner."
Sorry, I didn't call you, Wayne.
It's all good.
figured-
Nobody calls me.
I figured Drake was in touch with you as the host of Drake's.
No,
No.
Wait, so Wayne,
Between the two of us, we can make this a pretty good show.
oh,
You
yeah.
and I?
Yeah.
Okay.
I could, yeah.
Let's do that.
If you could figure out
Drake
how to
will
use a
do
computer.
only what's going on
Whatever
right there.
Drake is doing right, I have no
anything
idea.
beyond what's going on right there has to come from us because it won't.
He's been watching videos
won't
this
do
entire
it.
time and being like,
Yeah, but it's
so I'm doing an interview now. Pat, what
So
do you
how
think
is
about
Pornhub
balls?"
going today? Is
Oh, that's
that
great. That's great. I can't show Pornhub, but I love Pornhub.
Right. Well, that's because you've been on Bang Bus for how long now?
I do like Bang Bus.
I know you do.
I don't pay for the service for Bang Bus, but
Well,
I love
perks
the
of
concept
working
of
do you
for
pay
someone.
for porn at
No.
all? Do you have no?
I don't have that big of a problem. Like, if you're paying your hard-earned money for porn on these days on the internet, you've got a porn problem. You know what I mean?
No.
In Nevada too, like if I was paying for porn because they're expensive, I would just go out to the Mustang Ranch and tell a prostitute my stand-up routine. I would just
Do you
pay her
really think
to
that's
listen
going
to
to get
my.
you a free hand job or a free blow job?
That's kind of
Wayne
an
tells-
inside. That's kind of
Wayne-
an inside joke.
Wayne knows who I think. You know who it is, right? Or
We-
no, you have an assumption.
I have an assumption.
Yeah.
I have it narrowed down to
But
two people.
Who was it that told you? And let's I don't know. Do you know this story, Pat? That there was a Reno comic going out to the Mustang Ranch and paying a prostitute to listen to his material.
Yeah.
Do you know about this story, Pat?
That was told to
Okay,
us
so it was
by
told-
MC Ricky D.
Yeah,
Is this a legend or is this like a real thing?
it's like a real thing.
It's a real thing.
but
And I don't
we've
know this
only
comic?
we've only well, you possibly do, but
We
we don't know.
never got a name.
We never for sure know.
It's
who
kind
it
of like
is.
an attorney-client privilege with
Yeah.
hookers. They won't say. They just said that it happened.
He was a Reno comic.
Probably unwittingly knowing how small the community is.
Now, do you think he fucked the girl too, or did
Supposedly
he?
he didn't.
That's what I remember you telling me, that he just went out and did his material and then paid her, and that was it.
Yeah.
How fucking crazy is that, Pat?
I don't
You know what I mean?
understand.
Like,
I don't
there's like
understand
5
logic
open
at
mics
all.
in this town or something right
There's
now.
like more than that now. They're getting bigger and bigger. I had somebody come up to me the other day asking about how they wanted to start an open mic on Wednesday. I was like, fuck off!
Wednesday?
Yeah,
What time would it be on Wednesday?
probably the same time.
Oh, fuck that. If you're going to do an open mic, it's got to be
Honest
at a
to
different
God,
time.
Like, there have been people who
I'll
were,
set their house on fire.
and I didn't want to say this back when other people were starting to get open mics. And other places were starting them. I mean, especially since I had just, Red Rock, I felt like was, at the time, it was filling a void left by BLCC.
Exactly.
Right.
So at the time, it's like, one just left and there's nothing else going on, so let's do that. And then there was Waterfall a little bit beforehand. Now, comics like to do a 1-2 thing on Sunday nights. That's not really competition anymore. But now there's an open mic, Jub Jub's on Monday. You can go to Strega every other Tuesday. 3rd Street every Thursday, or every third
Wednesday.
straight Wednesday, 9:30 or 9 o'clock. You can come down there. Blah 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 blah.
And then Great Basin.
Great Basin on Thursday. Friday there is no open mics, but Pioneer Underground.
There's places
Catch.
to do comedy.
Well, no, Catch does karaoke on Fridays. Saturday and Sunday. If you really want to do it, and I did this just this last week where I tried to test myself, can I do comedy 8 days in a row, and I did.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Nice.
I did. I was up at Jub Jub's, I was up at Strega, of course 3rd Street, Basin. Friday we had the VFW thing. The
Yeah,
Wounded
how
Warrior
did that go?
Project.
We'll get to that. Finish your...
Yeah.
and then...
Saturday I was at Pioneer Underground, and then Sunday Red Rock. Tried to go to Waterfall too, but
Nice. That's how you get good, man. That's what I want to do.
just I need to get more time on the stage. Problem is I'm telling all the same jokes. I feel like I'm so tired of
Yeah,
material.
I understand that, man.
But how much time do you actually have?
That's
Yeah.
just 5 minutes apiece.
No, I mean, do you have 20 minutes?
Oh yeah. No, I told 20 minutes at the VFW thing.
No, I mean like of all material. Because
Oh.
now start just fucking experimenting with
You're
shit.
talking about like my total pool
Yeah.
of material. I'm probably got like 2 hours worth of actual jokes.
That you've told on stage and
Yes,
shit? That
yes,
you can rattle
yeah.
off?
Yeah.
How much of it that you're happy with?
About 20 minutes.
There's always a combination. There's always a formula,
Well, yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
But so how'd the thing go on Friday?
Oh, it was good.
The Wounded
Warrior Project
right?
for Ethan Pickett's
Yeah.
uncle Jesse, who is marching from here to Vegas in May,
Jesus.
as part of to gather money for that. As you guys remember, Friday was just awful here in town. Like we had
Oh,
a
yeah, it was
flash
brutal.
snowstorm that turned all of Reno into an ice skating rink.
Yeah.
All the weathermen in this town looked like shit that day.
Yeah, they did, because I was looking at it, I was like, oh, there's like a 20% chance of snow.
Yeah,
It might be
and then
kinda
bam,
cold
we got
out.
hammered.
Then flash snow. In 2 hours, the whole town's covered in snow. There's a 40-car pileup on Highway 395.
Oh yeah, there's all
Driving on
kinds of shit.
Virginia and Plumas, it didn't matter. People were just sliding into houses and parked cars because they just couldn't build any.
I
momentum.
drove a little bit that day and that evening, and like I had it in 4-wheel drive, and I was still like spinning like crazy from.
I saw a
from stop
jumbo-sized
signs.
Jeep in front of that bus stop right next to the Atlantis, the one that they were spending so much time to build.
Yeah.
A Jeep right in front of me, right there between Peckham and Moana, just spinning its back left tire like it was no tomorrow. I need to move forward. Meanwhile, the Jeep itself is just bumping into the bus station, and there's the people sitting in the chairs right there just wondering when this Jeep is going to, like, kill them. Obviously, that's not going to happen. As you know, with that back left tire spinning, the Jeep would have just flown into oncoming traffic if it had gotten any traction and just destroyed, all of those people. Yeah, it's just the Atlantis. But as I skate into the VFW hall, I was at the time, like I got there a little bit beforehand. Doors opened at 6. The show was supposed to start at 7. It went a little bit longer than that. It took me 45 minutes from me to get from downtown to Baker Street, and we were all thinking that we were going to have to call it because at the time the only people who were there was myself, Ethan, his wife now.
Yeah, that's craziness.
His uncle and her brother, so his new brother-in-law, who was like the DJ. And there was a clampers meeting that was about to start too over there at the VFW. You know, they're all about to, you know, they're all getting properly liquored up and smoked up.
Yeah.
And then out of nowhere, 20, almost 30 people show up, dedicated people who bought tickets and wanted to support the project, and all the comics. Mikey couldn't make it. Mikey Maston couldn't make it. But all the comics showed up. We all did about 20 minutes. There was some prima donna crap going on. I'm not going to name names, but you know, until after the show.
On a fucking Wounded Warrior show?
Yeah, so there was one comic who didn't want to go up first.
Get the fuck out of here.
And there was another in the same
Don't
comic.
tell me who that was, dude.
I'm not going to tell you who that was.
I don't want to run anybody
Not on
down,
air. Not on
Not
air
on the
anywhere.
air.
Yeah.
And then there was
Fuck,
another
man.
comic who was like, well, you should probably host because Jesse, that's Ethan's uncle, he's got some qualms about, you know, large groups of people and speaking in front of large groups of people. But Jesse said, no, I got to do this. I was like, good. And he did fine. He did great. Jesse did fantastic in front of everybody.
Yeah.
He told about the project. He made sure he got out all the information. He was quick when introducing the comics. He was having a good time. He
Good.
looked comfortable up there.
Yeah.
And nothing a shot of tube of whiskey won't fix either.
Yeah,
You know what I
right.
mean? Like, he was fine. I didn't want to host it.
Medicinal whiskey.
Just wanted to tell jokes. And so I did about, it's like 18 minutes. You know,
Nice.
to be completely honest. And I'll tell you who, out of the 5 comics that went up, it was Elgin Allway, Ethan Pickett, myself, Brandon, and Sean Connors. Out of all of us, the one who did the absolute best, and I'm sure the other comics would corroborate this, Sean Connors.
I was thinking you were going to say that.
Sean
too.
Connors just murdered that.
Really?
crowd. I mean, yeah, he's telling all the jokes. He did 20 minutes solid. And it was like the kind of thing where like the crowd loved him so much. He's like, yeah, my name is Sean Connors. Long applause break. Long applause break. Never give a dead leg a
that's
dead leg.
awesome.
Oh my God, it's so funny. Like everything he said, he just
Really?
owned the room. If Sean, if you're listening, and I know you're not,
He does on occasion.
fantastic work. Best I've ever seen from you. He just owned everybody that night.
Call him on one of his 9 cell phones and let him know that we thought
One of
he
the
was...
burners. You're one of the burners? Yeah, totally.
No, that's good, man.
No,
That's
he
good.
murdered
That's another
that
guy
show.
that gets down on himself, and I think he's fucking awesome.
Well, I don't
Yeah.
think he has any reason to get down on himself, at least for the next, 2 shows.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He killed that one.
That's
Yeah,
good,
he,
man. That's
he
good
beats
to hear.
himself up really bad.
He
That's
does,
good.
but he has no reason. He was smooth. He was comfortable on
And
stage. He
he
improv
didn't,
well.
he didn't lose it and start calling the crowd cunts.
No!
'Cause I fucking
He
love
didn't
when
have a
does
reason
that.
to. He didn't have a reason to. The crowd.
When he gets pissed off, it's only a matter of time.
He did that
Like-
on Wednesday.
Calls the entire audience a
He was
cunt.
back to his old self.
Yeah, he
at
did that on
Wednesday.
Wednesday. Fuck you fucking cunts. And, you know.
Fuck you, you fucking
And
cunt.
he did it on Sunday. I gotta give a lot of credit to the other comics because I think it was like either Ethan or Mikey. I'm pretty sure it was Ethan who was like, yeah, I've gone up like 6 days this week too. Just
That's good.
doing it every
Yeah.
day. It's important to do that at this point for
Oh, yeah.
myself, especially for the new guys. Yesterday was the first day I didn't go out, and it's funny because Miles Weber. You know what, Miles Weber? He was on
Yeah,
Last
dude,
Comic
fucking
Standing.
he was on what? He wasn't on Last Comic Standing.
Yeah, he was.
Are you sure?
Positive. That's
Well,
what
there's been
that's
several
what he
seasons
said.
of it.
Yeah.
He
said
might have
was
been.
on
I didn't
there.
know if he was.
I think he got a little bit of TV time on there. Anyhow, Miles Weber was at the Pioneer Underground for the Friday and
That
Saturday.
dude's fucking awesome, by the way.
Very funny guy. I took him out to dinner over at the Hash House right after the last show on Saturday. And he's asking me, like, okay, so what's the worst show you ever did? I'm like, well, recently? It was definitely Jub Jubs. It was just awful. Mixed up the music. They kept handing me all these different microphones during my set and asking me to test. And, like, I'm trying to do material, but then they're just like, no, stop. Hold on one second. Here you go. Try this microphone. No, that sound doesn't good. No, you're getting too much feedback. And I'm trying to tell people how I look like fucking Chaz Bono here. Would you just let me get through this, please?
Like, hey, man, your poop joke sounds like shit.
And this is, of course, right after 20 minutes of instrumental rock.
Oh fuck!
Yeah.
This wasn't the same night I was
You can't
mix comedy
fucking
and music.
yeah.
I know,
You just can't.
I know. I've been saying that. But
This
Miles,
wasn't the same night I was there with you.
No.
Okay.
No, this was the other one, and it was the same problems that you and I had. I mean, if you were there, you would have gone up on stage and my name is Drake Nelson. Fuck all of you, fucking fucks. I'm out. Which is still my favorite performance of yours, by the way.
Thanks.
Wait, when was this?
Oh, this was like a year ago
or
almost.
something.
Like Drake, Sean, and I went out to Jub Jub's because Blind Johnny was hosting, and we were all like still really fresh on the scene. You and I were at the time, Drake.
I had only won 3rd Street like 5 times at that point.
Oh, go fuck
Shut
yourself.
the fuck up.
Give yourself a big blowjob if you can reach. No, at that
Never
point,
happened.
you were... No, at this point, Drake wasn't so high on himself yet. He had just, it was maybe a month or two after his inaugural BLCC, I like fat jokes. We go up at Jub Jub's. Sean Connors goes on stage, tells a few jokes, middling. The crowd wasn't really into comedy that night. It was an open mic for music and comedy and beat poetry, whatever.
Brutal.
And I go on stage right afterwards. Blind Johnny introduces me. And about 2 minutes into my set, the promoter at the time, who, God rest her soul, she's passed away since then, young woman, she comes out because she was under a different impression that Johnny was. Johnny was like, okay, we're going to have the comics come out, and then there's going to be some music. Separating. That's the only way you're going to be able to do it. Comics first, then music.
Exactly.
She was thinking comic music, comic music, comic.
Doesn't work.
Right after I go on stage and start telling jokes, she comes up right in front of me, right in front of on the stage, like in front of so everybody can see what she's doing. She goes, no, you have to stop. You're done. No,
He's already like 30 seconds into it.
Yeah,
She's giving Blind Johnny.
No,
hand
she's
signals?
talking to me.
She's like,
Oh.
No, that would be funny too. But no, she's talking to me while I'm actually telling my set. Like, I'm actually already started.
Yeah.
And she comes up and starts yelling, stop! No, we need you off the stage. I'm like, you need me off the stage? Why exactly do you need me off the stage? And I'm like, and she's just, no. And then she, walks off in a huff because I'm not leaving.
I'm getting fucking pissed to watching all this
Drake's
shit.
in the back, just steam. and all
I'd
that.
be pissed too.
So then Drake comes on right after me. Delivers the best set I've ever seen. Hi, my name is Drake Nelson. Fuck all of you stupid motherfucking fucks. I'm fucking leaving. Drops the mic, just walks right out the door. Didn't even take him 30 seconds to say it.
Nice.
People were laughing, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Some of them wanted to kill me, though. They're like, you get back on stage, right? And I was like, go fuck yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Just left.
Anyways,
Awesome.
The moral of this story is Miles Weber.
Yeah.
I was telling him how Jub Jubs was the worst I've ever had. And he's like, good. Go back as soon as you possibly can. I'm like, why? Those are the rooms you have to try and convince those people. If they don't want to hear you or if they're not into it, that's where you get your best material and that's where you really earn your teeth,
Well, he doesn't realize that you host 3rd Street every week now, so that's...
You'll get your chops there.
Yeah, I mean,
It's been a lot of fun, too.
The sad thing is, I was talking to Tim Dufresne yesterday.
Yeah.
And you know how you really have to work for it at 3rd Street a lot of times.
Oh, yeah.
Because there are people there that are there, but they're totally ignoring you.
Well, you guys have to work. They love me over there.
Shut the fuck up right now.
Go ahead.
No, I've never seen you have a bad set, Drake. I've never seen you fucking struggle once. Magic every time.
Every time.
But he was saying you know, like of all the open mics I've ever been to, like Third Street is the best open mic I've ever been to. Like, he's like, I think it might be the best open mic in North America.
Jesus.
That's what Tim
Tim
Dufresne
Dufresne
was
said
saying.
that,
Yeah.
really.
Yeah, so that was pretty
He's
cool.
right. It's fucking brutal over there.
He's like, even the really good ones in New York's are all. It's like it's an all comic room. Like nobody gives a. You know what I mean?
Like the entire audience is made up of the people
Yeah.
going on stage. Yeah.
Yeah, it's nobody's there to see the show that's not performing.
Well, Tim and Mickle are really cracking down on me to make sure that I hit just 10 comics. Because the last couple times, I wasn't organized about it, and I ended up with like 11, 12. Last week it was like 13 because we had a guest. And it started to go a little long, and everybody was doing bad.
Yeah.
I was doing all that I could to try and re-energize the crowd. Fucking Sean Pearson's roommate. You know who Sean Pearson is?
I've met him once.
Little guy. Sean Pearson's roommate is a guy wearing a
Grumpy
Honda.
little dwarf.
Yeah. Well, no, Sean's not grumpy. But his roommate's there, and he's got like a Honda T-shirt on. A Honda Bikes T-shirt on.
Okay.
And he's just, the whole time he's right at the bar, just sitting there. And I look at
Mean
him.
mugging whoever's on stage.
Yeah, well, me particularly. He did not like me for some reason. So,
Eat a bowl of fuck.
I look at him like, so how are you doing there, Mr. Happy? How's it going? Boy, Hondas, huh? Wow, that's pretty cool. You have a Honda? And he's just like, yep. I'm like, awesome. Well, you're not a douchebag. Anyways, trying to be all friendly. And then I get off stage, introduce the next comic. I'm sitting at your old chair.
Yeah.
Smoking feverishly, drinking, everything. He walks by, like on his way to the bathroom, looks at me and is like, yeah, I got a Honda. Where's yours? Keeps going to the bathroom. I bust out, laughing uncontrollably at him the whole way back. He's like, you shut up, man. You shut up. And then he just walks back. Keep walking to the bathroom. I turn around. I'm like, you don't want to start anything with me? I'm a bouncer, man. I'll crush you. Like,
yeah, you're like, I don't care about my physical well-being.
yeah,
asshole.
dude, I'll throw my whole body into your fist. It doesn't matter. Anyway, he goes back, sits down. All the other comics saw the interaction, so they now want a piece of this guy too. But I get up on stage and I immediately just, I just want to issue a quick apology to Mr. Honda over here, because for those of you who didn't hear, after I got off stage, he walked by me and said exactly what he said. Immediately turning the whole crowd onto the focus of this young gentleman right here, who is a fucking faggot. And every comic afterwards, like, I now have an out. I now have someone that I can target. Chris Wren from New York. Look at this douchebag over here. I don't even have a Honda. Whatever. Yeah, no. But it's creating those outs. It's like sometimes that's a good reason why Frisco's there, because everybody can immediately jump on a quick laugh. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The shit that I wrote isn't working. Let me just make fun of Frisco now.
Yeah.
Jill was good for that too.
Oh yeah.
She doesn't show up anymore. I haven't seen her. I didn't see Jillian there last week. Honestly, there was a good crowd. The whole bar was there. In and out, as always. You know what Third Street's like better than anybody. And nobody was laughing at anything.
That sucks.
And, same thing happened last night at Red Rock. Or I'm sorry, on Sunday at Red Rock. Full bar. Nobody's drinking. Just pissing off the bartender.
Oh yeah.
Nobody. It was like 20 waters. Seriously.
See you guys.
And
It's pretty good, Cartman.
Thank you.
nobody's laughing, but at the end of every comic set, the whole crowd erupts in applause. And, it was like, I've seen these crowds before, like at Pioneer too.
Yeah.
I was talking with
I've
Matt
seen
Bain
it
about this last
Pioneer,
night too.
Yeah.
I bumped into Matt Bain at Costco. We're talking about this, and he's telling me, like, sometimes there are those crowds where nobody's laughing and giving you the auditory cue that you as a comic need, but then after the show, they all want your autograph and they want to take pictures with you and shake your hand, and which, in my opinion, means you had a good time, right? I mean, because they're all happy. They just, during the show, they weren't They were like laughing like English people.
Yeah.
Geishas in Japan, you know.
It's weird.
I can't hear you. Suck my dick.
No, he's used to people not laughing.
Who, me? Yeah,
No.
absolutely. But
Not you.
now you can go after Drake all you want. He's a
Certainly
legend.
not
Ask
me.
him.
I just say it just because it's funny when I'm pretending to be a douchebag.
Pretending.
I'm really pretending because I'm the most
Mhm.
humble guy ever.
Yep.
Yeah, you're the most humble guy when you say I'm the most humble. I'm
If
really
I have
modest.
to brag
Just
about
Dude,
my-
I'm way more humble than you are.
I just fucking man. Busting my balls.
Fuck you guys. I'm gonna light up a smoke in here in a second.
You want to wrap this bitch up? How long have we been going?
We've been going a while. Yeah, we
Too
can wrap
long.
it up.
I'd really like to start eating my pizza. I've been.
You
I
haven't
d-
touched your pizza? I
No.
already killed my pizza.
I know you did, but you don't. I don't know when the camera's on me and when it isn't because there's no monitor.
I
So
know.
when I'm on camera and I see it like on the monitor, you know that I'm here. I hate watching myself eat. Like it's just really gross to me.
Well, you
Like,
don't want to like look in the mirror and eat. Yeah, that's a little weird.
It's like I'll sneak bites when you're like watching Django or whatever.
Looking like Jabba the Hutt pulling the fucking frog out of the...
I'm
All
your
right.
host Drake Nelson. Me want a Wookiee soda.
There's a
Jesus.
chain around my neck and I'm in a gold bikini. What the fuck?
That's a great promo poster. Oh my God, we have to do that now. There has
Dude,
to be a
well,
picture of
we
you as
need-
Jabba and him in the gold bikini.
We need to.
I want to be
shoot.
Luke with the lightsaber in the
We
background.
need to do another commercial because we have to switch the schedule now. Wayne, you were
Yeah,
thinking,
we'll have to switch the schedule soon.
I think we were thinking Monday
Yeah.
at 2. Does that work
Does
for
that work
everybody?
for you?
Yeah, that's fine.
Cool.
All right, you heard it here. Nobody that's listening right now. The new show time is Monday at 2 p.m.
Yeah, and even if there was somebody listening, this has been like one of the most boring podcasts I think we've done in a while. So there's nobody that's listening right now.
I'm listening.
It's all just masturbation.
All right. Do you have any plugs, Pat?
Yeah, you can see me at Catch a Rising Star tonight, 7:30. The knitting.
How much time you doing?
Just 5. Of course, Friday, January 25th, 8 o'clock at the Knitting Factory. You can see all 3 of us.
Yeah.
I'll be your host, Drake and Wayne. We'll be doing 7 minutes apiece. Your headliner will be Ramsey Moore. Tickets are $8 at the door. You can get them online right now at thenittingfactory.com. Come on out. It's going to be a fantastic comedy show.
18 and up.
18 and up.
Bring your
18
18-year-olds.
And, of
Yeah.
course, every Wednesday at 9 o'clock, 3rd Street
Wayne,
Bar.
we can fuck the 18-year-olds.
We can.
No, you can't.
Oh,
I know
yeah.
your girlfriends.
Oh, damn.
I mean, and wife.
Yeah,
And,
girlfriend.
well, I know your girlfriend and your mistress. I know your girlfriend and your wife that she doesn't know about.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
Right.
Wayne, what do you got going on?
I'll be in Idaho Falls Thursday night.
Nice.
And then Billings Friday night.
2 nights, huh?
And then I'm still working on maybe trying to get a gig in Elko on our way back. But
Oh, there you go.
I'll be
On
traveling
the next Thursday?
traveling with the awesome Kinsey Damon.
Oh, yeah.
So that'll be a good time.
Kinsey's good people, man.
Co-headlining with her.
Nice. Wait, so she's co-headlining with you,
Yeah.
right? So there's 3 on the show?
No.
You guys are just splitting it?
Yeah, we're just
Splitting the
splitting
time
it.
and shit? Okay.
I'll probably go second in Idaho Falls, and she'll go second in Billings.
Nice. That's cool.
How do you divide the time in that situation?
Well, they know
45.
Okay.
Yeah. That's cool, man.
Yeah.
I don't think I got anything going on. Catch Friday. I'll be at Catch Friday. And then, yeah. I think that's it. All right. We're going to get out of here. Thanks for watching.
Word.
America.
America. Fuck yeah. Internet. Fuck yeah. Slavery. Fuck yeah. Heroin. Fuck yeah.
Baseball. Fuck yeah. Democrats. Fuck yeah. Republicans.
Nothing.